I just went up and knocked on his door.
Yes, come in.
I hear that you teach dramatic art.
Well, I think what helps an actor and an actress is to really partake in life and be concerned about his fellow man,
Emily, Beau, this is a very unique film. Emily, I want to talk about what inspired you most to even create this film.
It all goes back to my grandfather, as much of this story does. You know, he and my grandmother, as young actors, worked with Michael Chekhov, who was a contemporary of Richard Boleslavsky, who wrote this beautiful book that our story is based on. My grandfather gave it to his kids. They gave it to their kids. The summer after college, I was back in California doing, repertory theater up in the canyon at Theatricum Botanicum and staying with my parents. And I said, we've always talked about how cool it would be to see this as a play, see the story played out. And so we started to just adapt it slowly but surely. The story, it's about acting, but it is also kind of a philosophical piece about how to be a present person.
David Shapiro, who has a company, Semcor, out of New York, said, I really like the narrative play that you've written, but I also am really interested in your family's relationship to this book all through your lives. That really piques my interest. Could we bring in sort of a documentary look to it in company with the narrative? So that's what we did.
Well, I remember working with Dad. He gave us that book, the acting first 6 lessons.
The book that your grandfather Zadie gave me.
And I remember when you gave it to me.
I made a commitment to fully participate in life, observe the world around me, and soak up every ounce of experience, no matter what.
Beau, without giving too much away, how would you describe the first 6 lessons?
Oh, I think it's a look at the craft of acting, but I think it also gives us a look at this relationship between a teacher and a student, the creature who Emily portrays. She comes to him thinking she's God's gift to acting, and he sends her away crying at the end of her first lesson. And then she keeps coming back all through her career to get another lesson. I really like that, that relationship between teacher and student. It's been important to me in my life. And then I love the idea that lessons about acting and the acting craft have to do with life, because that's what we do as actors. We report the human condition.
She is being bombarded with all of the things that make you feel overwhelmed and make you feel like you can't do something. And the 6 lessons are really, things to help us learn to cope with being a person and how to really get the most out of life and to turn challenging things into tools to accomplish what we want to. I'm just so excited to share Boleslavsky's story.
We find each other, all of us who've chosen this way of living and creating. We find our family.
Acting is the life of the human soul receiving its birth through art.
What impact did the novel have on your life as an actor, especially starting out?
Well, my dad gave me my tools to be an actor. He also provided me with, what is so difficult for so many people, that first job. He gave me that opportunity in his series, but he was my teacher too. So him giving me that book was the beginning of my introduction into becoming an actor. And then later on meant so much to me, just in terms of living my life.
What do you think both non-actors and actors, as viewers, can take away from acting the first 6 lessons?
I think it's a very intimate sort of conversation with everyone about, it's really our family kind of opening up a little bit to invite people into this sort of language that has been cultivated over years with how we talk about things based on this sort of shared source material of the book, which has impacted so many people. I know it's not unique to our family. Really, you go to any acting school across the country, probably people have assigned it, you know, they've been assigned it at some point in their lives. But it's just this very intimate, personal story that I feel very blessed that we get to share.